Swami read out the names of each student, then listed out a huge, big list of complaints. And Warden sir laughed out and told, never written such letter, I dare not write such letter to Swami. There is this one incident that happened during the summer of 99. It was April, and as was the practice then, it was expected that Swami would go to Kodaikanal. And there were so many of us students waiting here after the academic year was over, hoping that we would be one of those chosen few to accompany Swami into Kodai that year. And I was also one of them here. And one day, Warden sir had sent word individually to each of the students to come into the Trai after the morning bhajans were over. And that day, after the morning bhajans, a few of us students found ourselves waiting in the Trai compound. And then we were then asked to go into the interview room and be seated there. And as soon as we were seated, Bhagwan then came into the interview room, sat on his throne, took out a letter from the side table, opened it, and then started reading a few names of the students from there. And in between, he would ask, what is your name? Then he would look back into the letter and tell, see, you are such a bad boy. You have done so many, there are so many complaints against you. If you are going to be like this, I am going to throw you out of the hostel. Then immediately the boy would plead, Swami, please forgive me. I will not do that. And then Swami, he would pray to Swami, and Swami would say, okay, I'll see. Then he would next turn to the next boy, look at the letter, look back at the student and ask, what is your name? And he would say something. And the Swami would say, you have done this. This is the complaint against you, and so on and so forth. And this happened for about probably 20-25 minutes, and all of us were covered in that. And all of us were so crestfallen. And then Swami told, Chudra, me Vardanu letter rasaru. All of you have done so many things. There are so many complaints against you. If you all promise me that you will be good boys, then I will take you to Kodaikanal this year. If not, I will send you back home. So immediately all of us fell at Swami's feet, cried and prayed and pleaded, Swami, please forgive us for whatever we have done. We will be good boys. Please take us along with you to Kodai. And then Swami told, okay, chustanu, like that he told, and then went into the Trai center hall. And all of us straight away lined up and went to the warden's room. And then we told, Sir, why have you done this to us? What is that we have done so bad that you had to write a letter against us and listing out all the complaints against each one of us? Then Warden sir looked at us puzzledly and asked, what letter? Who wrote? To Swami. No, I didn't write that letter. Why, what happened? He asked. Then we narrated each, what all happened, that Swami read out the names of each student and then listed out a huge, big list of complaints against that student. And then Warden sir laughed out and told, Babu, Swami has fooled you. I have never written such letter. I dare not write such letter to Swami complaint against boys, because if I do that, I'll be the first one to be thrown out. And that's when we realized Swami had neatly pulled a good joke on all of us. And that is something, life with Swami is always full of joy and cheer and enthusiasm. Generally, it is a perception, a misconception that if one is spiritual, one has to be sad, very sober, and just keep with oneself. And as Swami would say, have a castor oil face. But then, living with God and spirituality is hardly that. Because every moment with Swami is full of love and joy, because that's what is the characteristic of the Atma or the spirit.